My friends, today we explore the complete psychology of positive influence and how to transform relationships through sincere appreciation and awakened motivation. This isn't just about being liked. This is about becoming truly influential in the best and most meaningful sense of the word. Let me begin with a story from my early teaching years. A factory worker in Chicago felt completely invisible, unheard, and unnoticed. His supervisor only pointed out mistakes, only spoke when something went wrong, only reacted when failure appeared. This man's spirit slowly collapsed. His confidence faded, his enthusiasm evaporated, his hope diminished. He planned to quit, to leave, to disappear. Then a new manager arrived. He walked the factory floor every morning calmly and attentively, looking for things done right, looking for effort, looking for intention. One day, he stopped at this man's workstation. The way you organize these tools shows remarkable intelligence and care. Thank you truly for your attention to detail. That one sentence, that one moment, that one expression of appreciation changed everything. The worker later said, "For the first time in 10 years, I felt seen. I felt valued. I felt that my work mattered." His productivity increased by 40%. His attitude shifted completely. His confidence returned. He became, over time, one of the most valuable employees in the company. This illustrates the deepest principle in human nature: the craving, the longing, the deep emotional need to be appreciated. Modern neuroscience confirms this. When we receive genuine appreciation, our brain releases dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, the very chemicals of happiness, trust, safety, and creative energy. These chemicals not only feel good, they sharpen focus, improve memory, boost problem-solving, and expand our thinking. Meanwhile, the absence of appreciation activates the same neural regions associated with physical pain. Silence hurts. Neglect hurts. Criticism, without balance, destroys motivation. Now, a business example from a retail chain in New York. We implemented a simple system of daily appreciation. Managers gave 3 specific praises to different employees each day. These praises were genuine, specific, timely, and meaningful. Not "good job," but "the way you handled that difficult customer while staying calm, respectful, and aligned with our values was exceptional. I noticed how you listened before offering solutions, and that made all the difference." Within 1 month, satisfaction increased by 35%. Customer service ratings improved by 28%. Turnover dropped by 40%. The CEO told me, "This cost nothing, but transformed everything." But appreciation is only the beginning. The highest form of influence comes from awakening in other people a genuine desire to do what you suggest. Consider a sales organization struggling with performance. Traditional management used pressure, threats, comparisons, and criticism. The outcome was predictable: high turnover, low morale, and declining sales. We introduced another approach. We helped each salesperson discover their personal why. One wanted to save for his daughter's education. Another wanted recognition and the feeling of excellence. Another cared about flexibility to support aging parents. When we connected performance to personal meaning, everything shifted. Sales increased by 68%, not because of pressure, but because of purpose. This reflects a fundamental psychological truth, one that governs our decisions in both life and business. People don't simply buy what you do, they connect with and invest in why you do it. They are drawn to purpose, to belief, to a cause that resonates deeper than mere transactions. And consequently, they don't act, primarily because you instruct them to. They act when they discover their own compelling reason, when they want to move forward. True influence, therefore, is the art of illuminating that personal want. Modern psychology has a powerful term for this process: motivational interviewing. It's not about pushing your agenda onto someone. It's the skillful practice of guiding a person to uncover their own reasons, their own core motives, and their own buried aspirations. You become a mirror, helping them see their own drive more clearly. The neuroscience behind this is profound and clear. When our actions and choices are in genuine alignment with our personal values and identity, the brain's reward system, centered on the striatum, lights up with far greater intensity. This is the chemistry of intrinsic motivation. It creates a drive that lasts longer, works at a deeper psychological level, and sustains itself without the constant need for external pressure or promised rewards. Let's explore a clear, relatable example from family life. A mother was in a constant struggle with her young son over his homework. Every evening was a battle. Nagging didn't work. It only bred resentment. Punishment didn't work. It created fear and evasion. Criticism didn't work. It shattered his confidence. Then she shifted her approach entirely. One afternoon, she sat with him and asked with genuine curiosity, "What do you dream of when you grow up?" He looked up and said, "A pilot. I want to fly planes." Together they embarked on a small research project. They looked up what it takes to become a pilot. He discovered for himself that mastering mathematics was essential for navigation. Physics explained how planes stay in the air. Discipline was required for training, and consistency was key to passing rigorous exams. Almost overnight, the nature of homework transformed. It was no longer a meaningless punishment imposed from above. It became active, purposeful preparation. Each math worksheet was a step toward the cockpit. It became a practical bridge to his dream, not a burdensome obligation he resisted. The motivation became his own. This same powerful principle applies universally in the office boardroom, in team leadership, in nurturing friendships, in effective parenting, in every arena of human relationship. The mechanism remains constant. Connect action to personal meaning. The master key is developing a deep understanding of the inner drivers that fuel every person. These are the core psychological currencies: the need for security and stability, the desire for recognition and respect, the pursuit of achievement and mastery, the longing for belonging and connection, and the drive for growth and self-realization. The art of true influence lies in the careful discovery of which drivers are most potent for an individual, and then thoughtfully demonstrating how your idea, your proposal, or your request authentically serves those needs. Now, let's build the complete practical framework. This is your actionable blueprint. First, practice deep, intentional listening. Listen not just to the words, but for the values, underlying goals, unspoken fears, cherished dreams, and quiet hopes beneath them. Suspend your own agenda to fully receive theirs. Second, use specific, evidence-based appreciation. Move far beyond vague praise like "good job." Acknowledge the specific effort you saw, the concrete detail they handled, the positive attitude they displayed, or the measurable improvement they've made. This proves you are paying attention to their reality. Third, master benefit language. Reframe your communication. Instead of starting with what I need, begin by stating, here's how I believe this could help you reach what you want. Or this approach might save you time on. This aligns your goals with their self-interest. Fourth, ask powerful open-ended questions that act as catalysts for self-discovery. Questions like, what part of this project excites you the most? Or, what would need to change for this to feel like a real win for you? Guide them to articulate their own answers. Fifth, create visible alignment. Actively map and show the connection between personal goals and collective team or family goals. Demonstrate how individual success and shared success are interlinked, not separate. Consider this real-world application from a manufacturing plant. Management was introducing complex new automation technology. The workers, fearing job loss and obsolescence, met the change with strong, unified resistance. The old approach would have been to push harder, to dictate. Instead, leadership held a series of open meetings. They asked the essential questions. What are your specific worries about this new system? What kind of support or training would make you feel confident? How can we together design this transition so it's better for everyone? The workers, feeling heard, contributed their frontline expertise. Together, they co-built the implementation plan. It included comprehensive training programs to master the new technology, the definition of new, higher-value responsibilities for their roles, and a path to better pay that reflected their enhanced skills. The change was ultimately a success, not because it was forced, but because the desire for a successful outcome was cultivated from within. The team, not simply imposed from above. They had a stake in the result. Now, for your practical integration, this is how you make this a daily habit. Start each day with an appreciation intention. Actively look for one opportunity to give genuine, specific recognition. Carry a small notebook. Use it to write down 3 brief positive observations about people's efforts or behaviors each day. This trains your brain to spot the good. Use the pause rule. Before voicing criticism, pause, take one deep breath, and ask yourself, this filter question, will what I'm about to say primarily help this situation and this person, or will it primarily harm our connection and their motivation? Apply the alignment exercise. In your next team or family discussion, literally draw a map connecting individual members' goals to the shared group goal. Make the linkage visual and undeniable. Routinely replace commands with questions. Instead of, send me the report by 5, try, what would you need to get the report to me by 5? This invites collaboration. Consciously maintain the positive ratio. Research suggests 5 sincere praises or positive interactions for every one piece of corrective feedback creates a psychologically safe, high-performing environment. Create simple systems of recognition. This could be a weekly win shout-out, a monthly highlight of contributions, or a practice of open gratitude communication. Make appreciation systematic, not accidental. You will face common challenges, and here's how to meet them. But people still need correction. Yes, absolutely. But constructive guidance delivered within a context of trust and respect is infinitely more effective than standalone criticism. This all sounds so time-consuming. Consider the alternative, the time lost, to chronic resistance, misunderstanding, and disengagement. This approach saves immense time by building trust and proactive buy-in. Doesn't this feel manipulative? It is only manipulative if your intent is insincere. True influence, as discussed here, is rooted in genuine care for the other person's growth and mutual success. It is ethical and transparent. As we conclude, let's remember the timeless words of industrialist Henry Ford. If there is any one secret of success, it lies in the ability to get the other person's point of view and see things from that person's angle as well as from your own. Therefore, I present a concrete challenge to you for the coming week. Choose one important relationship with a colleague, a team member, or a family member. Consciously apply sincere, specific appreciation at least once each day. Simultaneously, choose one shared goal where you typically apply pressure. Experiment with awakening desire. Ask questions, connect the goal to their values, and co-create the path forward. Then, watch closely for the transformation. Observe how people open up when they feel understood. See how collaboration deepens when goals are aligned. Notice how your influence becomes more natural, effortless, and authentic when it is based on partnership, not power. Remember, the highest and most sustainable form of power is not found in making people do things. It is revealed in skillfully helping people want to do things. It transforms compliance into commitment. You already possess this ability. With this framework, you can refine it. You can transform transactional relationships into collaborative partnerships. You can create environments at work and at home where people truly flourish and contribute their best. You can position yourself as a catalyst for positive, meaningful, and lasting change. Start today. It requires no grand announcement. Start with one genuine, specific appreciation. Start with one conversation aimed at awakening desire, not applying pressure. The results, the shift in energy and outcomes, will genuinely amaze you.